Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be replacing this drive right here with the drive I just cloned. So, hard to do it one-handed, so we'll be right back. So I added a little adapter on this drive to make it fit into this size socket. So, we now have that part. Now we just need to actually swap it in. I'm going to grumble about this. This stupid video card is making it hard for me to get my fingers and screwed down in there. This case sucks. I went through 3 screwdrivers and 2 M.2 screwdrivers. Huzzah, it's back together. Now to see if it works. Okay, don't be surprised. You'll see this. That's normal. It lives! Alright, so because I goofed, my disk drive has already been expanded. However, what you would do normally, if you didn't, do what I did, you would open up an administrative command prompt. You would go reagentc disable DiskPart, one word, list disks, and you see I have 2 disks. One is disk 1, which is my primary partition, disk 0, which is my secondary drive. So in this case I would select disk 1, and then what I would do is list parts. You see I have a recovery partition. I would select part 4. Then I would go ahead and do a delete part override, which would then kill that drive. So if I go list part, you'll see that that drive doesn't exist. Now I like to use the disk manager under computer management, but there is a way to do it, of course, through disk manager as well. Now I already had an expansion. Now I ended up leaving too much space, so you can expand it further. So say for example I want to leave only 926. So then now there's literally a gig of space. Yeah, less than a gig of space. So now if I go list part, you can see still the same 3 parts. Now what we're going to do is create part primary. Now we're going to format file system ntfs quick. We're going to go ahead, and there is a registry, or not registry, but an ID, which I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste here. All these are down in the description, so you'll have them. Now what we'll do is we'll also go ahead and set the GPT key. That sets the attributes. Now you're going to go ahead and exit the disk part. You're going to go make dir C drive recovery WinRE. In this case I already did it. And then what you're going to do is do an xcopy command. This copies here. File's not found because we've already copied it. I copied it earlier. But you would copy the WinRE to C drive Windows RE recovery. You'll then set the reagentc path, which is this command right here, reagentc set reimage path C drive recovery Windows target C drive Windows. Operation is successful. We'll go ahead and enable. And then if you want to just check it, you do this command here and you can see hard disk 1, partition 3, recovery, so forth. And you'll see that this is now fully established. You have a healthy recovery partition. All's good to go. Now, The reason why you need to do this is if you were to do any other clone disks where it does the expansion, it tends to resize your EFI partition, your recovery partition, and your root partition all at the same time. So then you'll end up with, like, I don't know, 2 to 4 gigs of recovery and like 500 megabytes of EFI partition and all this other stuff that you just don't need. Doing it this way, a little more cumbersome, but not that difficult. So, but yeah, I'll have all this down in the description, and the drill: like, subscribe, and comment anything that you have any questions or comments about, and make sure to share this with your friends. Thank you so much. Bye.